Hey there, folks, and welcome to Reclaim Your Domain. My name is Tim Owens. I'm one of the co-founders of Reclaim Hosting, and I sort of had this idea the other day. I'll give you a little bit of background on what this is going to be. I had the idea that it would be kind of fun to do a video series walking you through the entire process of getting your domain, getting started, playing with the tools that are available to you, maybe even some more advanced stuff that you've never tried before, or maybe didn't realize was possible in your account. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll take it kind of slow, and then we'll just sort of ramp up as time goes on. With each episode, you'll learn a little bit more about how to reclaim your space online, how to use your domain, how to use the tools that are available in cPanel and in your account with us, or with any hosting provider that has a similar tool set. So the first video that we're going to be doing here is pretty basic. We're going to sign up for an account. We're going to get our own domain. You can't reclaim your space unless you have a space carved out to do that. That's the entire idea of this. And so I'm obviously going to be doing this on Reclaim Hosting. You can do this on any website, really, if you want to follow along. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of Reclaim Hosting, but if you want to use DreamHost or Bluehost or one of those others, I won't hold it against you. Some of the later episodes that get into the nitty-gritty of using your account may be very specific to some of the tools that we have available. So just keep that in mind. So I'm on reclaimhosting.com, and you'll see on our website, we've got the logo here and the menu and stuff. And if you scroll down a little bit, there is a sign up button. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. And the first choice that I need to make is what kind of plan that I need. Now, you'll notice there's a whole lot of information here, so I'll try and break this down really easy for you. The easiest way to think of this is just in terms of storage space. How much stuff are you going to have in your account? You can see right here that the smaller plan has 2 gigabytes of storage, our medium sized has 10 gigs, and the large one has 100 gigs. Now, the nice thing about this is that at any time, you can upgrade your account. So you don't necessarily have to start saying, oh, I need 100 gigs tomorrow, unless you do, right? If you're building out a huge archive, maybe you just want to go ahead and get that, or you have the budget to do that. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the cheapest plan because I'm cheap. So $25 a year kind of fits. Fits my budget at the moment. So other than that, all of the plans have the exact same feature set. So you'll notice that we can put subdomains, databases, we've got bandwidth, all that stuff. We try and make it really easy. So it really is just about that storage space when you're choosing what account that you want. So I'm going to go here and choose the $25 a year plan. And now we have to pick a domain. So this is always the hard part, right? So a lot of people choose some variation of their name. So you can check here, Tim Owens. And then this is interesting. So these are called TLDs. That stands for top level domains. And obviously .com is the most popular, and we think of almost every website in terms of a .com. .org is also a very popular one for faculty and professionals sometimes. A lot of people think you have to be a nonprofit to get a .org. Not the case. Anybody can get any one of these. So it doesn't necessarily always specify what kind of person owns that domain, but they do come with some connotations, right? I always say if you can get a .com, that probably makes the most sense. Some variation on your name, but there are others in here. I'm going to try timowens.com and see if it's available. And it's not. So this is a little tricky. Your domain has to be unique. Obviously, I can't buy google.com or apple.com. I also can't get timowens.com because someone else has it. So you're going to have to find some variation of your name that works. Let's try something short here, maybe towens.net. And I totally cut out a whole bunch of video of me trying like 20 other domains so that I could hit this button and go, hey, look at that, towens.net is available. So we're going to go with that. As you can see, this can take a long time, especially if you don't have a necessarily unique name, which who would have thought it? Tim Owens, not all that unique. So we're going to continue with this one and move on. So now we come to this screen where we have to configure our domain, and there's one add-on Reclaim Hosting's not very big about upselling you on a bunch of extra charges, but this is one that the registrar charges for, and so we try to explain it as best we can in that domain registrations are a public record. People can go out to the web and see who registered what domain. That's one of the regulations around domain registrations. However, registrars are given the authority to create privacy protection rules. And so right here you can see in very basic terms, if you don't choose this add-on, then your information is public. If you do, then it's sort of protected and has sort of this look to it. And so it really depends on you. I mean, it's an extra $7. I'm going to check it here. I'm cool with that. Even though I'm not too concerned, I have a public address that's probably out there right now. So I'm not too concerned about it. Sometimes you'll get spam email to it. If you are very much concerned about privacy and you don't want your information out there, then you absolutely should check this button. It's just $7. And unfortunately, it costs money, but it is a good option if you do care about that kind of thing. And so we come to the cart to check out. And so we've got our $25 plan. It includes our domain registration and that extra $7 fee for ID protection. And now I'm just going to fill out some information, some contact information. I'll show them with Reclaim Hosting. Email address. You'll notice that we have a little line here that says that edu email addresses often get sent to spam. And so we recommend something like a Gmail account or something like that. I set up reclaimdomains@gmail.com specifically to be able to use for this. So I'm going to go with that. Put in a password, an address. And I told you everyone knows my current address, so I'm not too worried about this. It's tied to the company. Oops, scroll down too far. So that's contact information. It'll use the same contact information for our domain. And then payment information. Whip out my card here and pay for this. No, you don't get to know that information. I'm going to hide that. And now we're done. I click the checkout button after putting in my payment information and give it a little bit of time. And you can see now we've got an order confirmation screen. It gives me a number if I have a question about anything. And now I'm into our client area at Reclaim Hosting. And so I've got a domain. Ostensibly, I could now go to, what did we say, towens.net, right? And look at that. We're up and running. We're ready to go. And so I think that's probably a good place to stop on this first video. We've got our domain chosen. We're up and running. We've got a Reclaim Hosting account. And in future videos, we'll go from there and talk about like what's next. So I hope you'll tune in. I hope you'll subscribe to the videos and look forward to creating the next one.